Hello, taking a break from driving in St. Mary's Cemetery. I don't know if you can see some of the small graves behind me. Was driven out of Greenville. We had Helene came through and just left a trail of destruction, toppled some enormous trees everywhere, power out throughout the city. For the last 2 days. Today was day 3 of no power. Traffic lights were out. Many grocery stores were closed. Many gas stations were closed. There was definitely a post-apocalyptic vibe. The grocery stores that were open were just completely ransacked. The gas stations that were open often had a police presence, keeping people orderly. People were not just filling up their cars and their trucks, but filling up their portable tanks. For generators, I'm sure, for chainsaws, for leaf blowers. There was a lot of chainsaw activity. It was pretty crazy. I will post a photo I took of the Reedy River Fall in the center of Greenville, and contrast that with a video that I took the day after Helene came through, and that waterfall is really impressive. A torrent. Anyway, so I have decamped. I wanted to stay in Greenville. I was liking it. I was getting a lot done. It was a good place for writing, a good place for exercising. But with the power out and really I thought, it'll be a day or two, but it's going to be a lot of cleanup, and I think another couple of days at least. So, Swamp Rabbit Trail was just strewn with trees, so kind of unusable. The Ys were closed. So a lot of and I didn't have power for my computer. I didn't have Wi-Fi. So good time to go to Hilton Head to visit my aunt and cousins. So that's what I'm doing, and that's where I'm headed. I'm just about to get onto 95, so I figured it was a good time to just take a break and get this update video, because today is Sunday. So this is day 3 of really not getting a whole lot done. I was able to go into town with the power out. I had to go into town just to charge my phone, charge my laptop. So I was able to sit in a cafe a couple times and get some writing done, sit on a park bench and do some reading, that kind of thing. But just not nearly the kind of productivity that I was experiencing and happy about for the first 3 weeks that I was in Greenville. Greenville, great place to write. So I really like that. I drove down kind of right in between Augusta and Columbia, what I would call sort of the empty interior of South Carolina. A lot of it felt to me like driving through the Pine Barrens in southern New Jersey. Just a lot of pine trees, a lot of pine forests. Crossed a couple of rivers, which I'm sure were just normally creeks, but had flooded and so had converted these vast stretches of pine forest into swamps. Trees down all over the place. A lot of highways cut down to one lane. So I had to change course a couple of times as a result. So it was definitely left a mark. But as I've been getting further into the lowland, it has been clearing up. It was not, my aunt told me that it was not, they were hit, but not nearly as bad as in the upcountry. And just my impressions of driving through, and this is just, purely superficial driving, but it does seem like it's kind of empty in this part of South Carolina. Not even seeing a lot of signs for attractions, not a lot of roadside stands or farmers markets. Some farmland, but a lot of pine forests as well, and just not seeing a whole lot. The towns are infrequent and small, and often with what used to be a main street that has a lot of closed up storefronts and that sort of thing. The advantage of being able to throw everything in a car and go is that, if I can't get any work done because of something like this, I can throw all my stuff in the car and go. And so that's what I did. I still had a day on the Airbnb, but that's okay. Anyway, that's where we are. Looking forward to reaching my aunt in, phone is saying about an hour. I wanted to get this video in before I get there and before I get onto 95, which is happening soon. So should start hitting civilization again. But wanted to get this video in. I'm going to try to edit it real quick and post it yet tonight. Today is Sunday, so I want to keep to that schedule if at all possible, and if not, I will do it tomorrow. Don't know that I have any other blurbs. I was working on some scripts as well, sitting in the cafes, but you know, you'll be seeing those as the weeks go. And so looking forward to just getting there, unpacking, getting set up, and then first thing tomorrow morning, getting right back at it. Was making some voice memos in the car, things that I want to go back and redo, you know, seed a little bit better for the upcoming sections, just thinking about, you know, like what the chapter that I'm presently in the middle of and the next couple ahead, and how I want those to happen. And I need to go back and do a little bit of revising on what I've done. Nothing too major though, so just making some notes as I go. It's very peaceful here. I can hear a generator going in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm just off the road, but the road was just a little 2-lane through the pines. So I'm going to hop back in the car and carry on. Like I said, I want to get there. Been eating terribly today, not much, but just kind of junk, and looking forward to getting back into the groove. All right, that's where I am, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.